Well, back at it again here in the Lambert shop. Lambert's brought out Old Blue. Is that what you call it?
Old Blue.
Old Blue. Old Blue is getting some new doors. New doors. So Josh has decided to go with some Moto Armor doors. I do have Moto Armor doors. I do like those doors. I think they work pretty good. Installation, pretty easy. So he's gonna give Old Blue a little bit of an upgrade here today. So, what is it, 2016?
17.
Is it 17? Okay, 17. Razor, two-seater, Highlifter, Pro Box top. I had someone comment and ask me somewhere what size tires was on this. He does have 35s on this. These are 35s, but they're on a 14-inch rim. And Josh, what we did find out was comparing a 35 on a 14-inch rim is a big difference from a 35 on a 15-inch rim. How many? Is it about an inch?
Inch and a half, something like that.
Inch and a half. So it is a difference in height from a 35 on a 14-inch rim versus 35 on a 15-inch rim. But these are 35s. But right now we're gonna take them off and take the doors off. He's got door bags on. We're gonna take these door bags off and read the instructions, because that's what men do, right? Men read instructions, right?
Instructions, right.
Yeah. All right. What's all this stuff here? Hardware?
Yeah.
This looks a little bit different from my kit. Of course, mine's a 4-seater, and then your, but I know that we'll have to keep the latches. Have you done took the latches out? I know we have to keep those, but one pretty self-explanatory. I'm excited to look. He does have a wrap ordered with Old Blue. It hadn't come in. We got a ride coming up in Colmont and next week, so he's just gonna get the doors on. We'll worry about the wrap later. So I'm gonna wrap the doors up. All right, we got all our stuff laid out here. Josh got the doors off. Now we're figuring out how to, we're going by the instructions.
Destructions.
Yep. He says to use the factory bolts. I was kind of worried about them not being, are they long enough? So you got both sides. There's a plate on one side. There's 2 plates. Did you get the right one?
No.
Oh, you
Had a
didn't?
50-50 chance.
Yeah. You'll learn right real quick, huh?
Still didn't get the right one.
I think you just got to flip it. Hold your tongue just right.
There you go.
There you go.
Still ain't right.
Let me put this camera down. There's one thing that I was good at, Josh, is puzzles. I may be better at puzzles than I am mechanic. Now we got plates together. It's pretty self-explanatory. Got the new doors out. The doors are coated in black. Is it black flat? Are they powder coated? I find that it's pretty easy to put stickers or any type of graphics on it. When I had my machine wrapped, I thought it was pretty easy. It's held pretty good on there. But we'll show a lot if you just ride bare. I rode a little while while with my doors like this, but ain't nothing SC1 can't cover up, right?
That's it.
So we just basically putting everything together. The key to it is, and it says in the instructions, the biggest part is getting all your hardware together, but don't tighten it. Leave everything really loose. Just get everything together, mount everything up, and then if you got a buddy or somebody to help you, just kind of get your alignments and your door hinges and everything lined where it's latched, and then you start tightening everything down. I've done this once before and it works super easy. It's really not a bad install. You just take your time, and I know this is overwhelming but for some people, but all these mechanics out here, they're a whole lot better than me because I'm no mechanic. You are, but I'm not. So a little adjusting there. Get that pin and that bushing.
Which one we need here first? Yeah, it'll be this way. Should be.
Looks like it. Josh, reckon why we got so much extra bolts?
Instructions ain't the best in the world for that.
You ever like take anything apart and then when you put it back together, there's like at least a bucket of bolts left over?
I don't know why we got so many.
Well, maybe they just give them extra because they thought we needed it extra. So here's what we learned for putting the first door on before we went to the passenger side. So number one, when you put this together, take your time. Instructions for Moto Armor is really, you got some pictures, but it's really not as explaining as like you would hope, but it's pretty easy to figure it out. I will say that here's what we ended up spending what? How long you think? 30 minutes? A good 30 minutes? Probably. So we end up having to use, it gives you a couple little shims here. We end up using a couple to get the alignment right. Now this is an old rig. It's been through a lot, so I'm sure the body is twisted up. But I want you to take a good look at this. We had this plate in the inside. So if this, and there's really, in the instructions, it really doesn't tell you that. I mean, once we went back, we really looked through the pictures that were just printed off on a normal color printer, but we had the plate behind here, which threw this off, and we're having problems latching. But just so you know, this is how the plate goes if you buy any of these, and it goes on the outside. Once you do that, you can get the alignment. Everything's really good. What's really cool about Moto Armor Doors is I was telling a lot of people, is these holes here are pre-drilled for door bags. Here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. So I like the Chupacabra bags. I've liked these, and I know other ones, but they've come with holes already. But you can use these little Polaris plugs and just pop them in. Pop. So and this is aluminum, very, very, very thick doors. They're very solid. I love them. But easy to wrap. If you're looking for some doors, if you're looking for some doors to wrap, I'd highly suggest this. But overall, we're just working on the passenger side. You come with a little plate here, hold things up, look at it, keep everything loose, line it up, adjust it. It's just like doing a car door. You guys know the drill on them. So this first main post here, that post to your cage, you can go ahead and tighten it tight, ratchet it down. You'll have to use your stock.
Stock hardware.
Hardware.
And their hardware.
Their hardware there.
On the bracket.
And then there's one bolt. Stick your finger down there. So there's one bolt down here that it latches to.
Use two of those with that.
Yeah. So it did say to use your own hardware, but we were trying to use as much. But I think our extra pieces that we had left was pieces that we should have used theirs, and we ended up using stock hardware. So I'll try to go through this pretty good just to let you guys know if you're looking at buying a two-seater kit for
oh.
Use two shims on the driver, and this is one shim on the passenger. All right, got them on. Just some fine tuning, adjusting. So overall, what do you think?
Like them.
So far, so good?
So far, so good.
I noticed that when I got mine installed, I heard a little squeaks and cracks, and sometimes you can put a little weather stripping in here, kind of go through here, but I mean, that's not necessarily.
What's in that box, wasn't it?
Huh?
There wasn't nothing else in the box, was there?
I don't think so. I actually looked through it. But I love these. If you're looking for some doors on your Razor, I'm not sure what all models they make. I know like XP 1000s and 2-seaters and 4-seaters they make them. Moto Armor, I'll put a link in there. But we ordered I ordered mine. You ordered yours from Fuel UTV. I think they had like 10% off. Maybe had a code on there. But what I like about these doors is they're super heavy, super thick. They're wide. They're wider here. So by the time you put your door bag in here, it actually gives you a little more leg room. So I love that. They're sleek and clean.
You can get a good view of how wide they are by the
okay.
back here.
If you're planning on wrapping your doors or putting logos here, super easy. You don't have any holes. You don't have any bolts. They come powder coated, flat, black. If you can look and see how much they stick out. So by the time you put your bag, it's perfect. I'm just telling you. I do like them, and it widens the inside up. I don't think I find that riding the trails that I've never felt like I've hit trees or bushes or anything. I mean, but anyway. But overall, really like them. I've had a couple of people ask about Old Blue. Josh calls her, or him. Is it him or her? I don't know. Old Blue. It. So he purchased this a couple years ago, 2017 2-seater Highlifter. Cut the snorkels down. They were high.
Yeah, Chris did that.
Chris did that. He bought it off another friend. It's got a Pro Box top. This thing has been on its side a few times. The Pro Box tops, you guys, if you're running those, they're super loud. They're super expensive for these tops too, but they're super loud. Stereo system's really good. But we got a lot of miles on this one. How much you got?
65 or 600, I believe now.
I mean, but guess what? She runs like a champ, and she goes with it.
I bought it with a little over 3,000. It's $65.90 now.
A lot of miles, but you know what? It rides and still drives really good. You've had to go through the transmission, hadn't you?
Yes, had to put bearing kit and all the gears in the transmission. Chris done the front diff before I purchased from him. And axles and drive shafts about.
You got Rhino 2.0 axles? Rears.
The front still stock.
Still stock. What kind of front diff did you put in it?
Just Sandcraft. I think Chris put Sandcraft parts.
Sandcraft. Like I said, those are 35s, rockzillas, but they are on a 14-inch wheel, which are not true. I mean, they're just a little bit shorter than, not as tall as a 35 on a 15. But overall, he's got some wrap he's going to do. We'll show that later on, but is there anything else? I mean, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Right here, got that Super ATV.
Oh, yeah.
Suspension-wise. And nothing. High clearance, trailing arm.
Yeah, Super ATV, high clearance. You say the plans you're thinking about?
Long travel's next.
Thinking about a long travel. He's really wanting one, but do you do it to a 2017? You guys, anybody put a long travel on one of these? Let us know, man. His kids, you've got one going into high school and you got one going into middle school, and they're both driving now, so this has been a good kind of a first start for a kid to drive. We trail ride, and you've got the Chucky Mobile most of y'all are seeing right back here, and then now we're going bringing your kids are driving this, and they love it. So anyway, Moto Armor Doors, if you like them, if you're thinking about purchasing them, if you have any question, I do have some on my 4-seater. I'll be glad to take a picture, show you if you're having any trouble. They're just 2 people. I find that it works really good if you got 2 people.
Lots easier.
But the biggest thing is saving the cardboard that the box come in, and lay it out on the ground, lay your doors down, kind of put everything together, and it works really good. But there's a couple videos on the internet, but there's not a lot of videos for 2-seaters. There's a lot of videos on 4-seaters, but not 2-seaters. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.